So many of you guys out there are too focused on becoming an alpha male. You think the alpha male is what you should aspire to be. The truth is, most alpha males that I know are really guys with just really big egos, really loud voices. But deep down, they're harboring a lot of fears, a lot of insecurities. So I don't teach you to focus on becoming an alpha male. I teach you to focus on simply being a man who doesn't apologize for his existence, a man who doesn't let women control him, a man who confronts his fears, his demons, a man who can lead the group. When you can become that man, the kind of man I just described, you will become the true alpha male, the real alpha male. And you'll never need to say it. People will just know it. Even if there's another guy in the group who considers himself to be the alpha male, he won't be the alpha male. You will be the alpha male. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to be the bully in the group. You just need to be a man, period. When you can do that, when you can do what I just described, your voice will deepen naturally. Your posture will straighten. You won't do this anymore. You'll keep your chin up, head up high. You'll walk slower. You'll talk with more authority. You'll speak with more authority, more clarity, because you'll no longer be apologizing for being a man. And this is something that you'll start doing subconsciously. Okay, you don't need to spend thousands of dollars taking those alpha male classes that so many of these dating gurus and PUAs have, where they charge, like thousands of dollars just to teach you how to walk and talk like an alpha male. It's so ridiculous. You don't need a class for this. This is something that needs to happen naturally, internally. It's the only way it's ever gonna stick in your life. So these guys, they go ahead and they take these PUA classes, and here they are, they're trying to, project that they're the alpha male from what they learned from the class. They're just trying to, keep their chest out and head high and walk straight and talk slower. And it comes off very robotic, okay? It comes off very robotic because it's not natural to them, and they're too aware that they're doing it. So they quit because it feels like work. Having to stand like keep good posture and keep your head up all day starts to feel like work to them, where when it's something that, you just believe in yourself and you believe that you're the man and you lead and you take control and you don't apologize for your existence. When you've internalized these things, you just naturally start to stand like this with your chest out, your head high. You just naturally do that because you're not apologizing. You're not apologizing for being a man. So many of these guys today are like this. They're like this, Some of them are beaten dogs because they've been with these women I tell you not to date. So they're beaten like this. But other guys who are just single and walking around like this, they don't believe in themselves. They've bought into all that stuff that Hollywood feeds you about men are bad and men abuse women and you buy into all that. Okay, I'm not saying that there aren't guys out there who don't abuse women. Obviously there are, but they're not the majority, which is what they want you to believe. They want you to believe like the majority of guys out there, you included, are bad too. So you start walking around like this. You start apologizing because you're a guy, and and you start talking like a chick because you don't want to offend women. You don't want to scare women. You're not going to scare women. Becoming a real alpha male, becoming the true alpha male, you need to come at it from a position of not spending thousands of dollars taking classes, but simply by training yourself to be and act like a man. A man who, again, doesn't apologize for his existence, isn't afraid of displaying his rougher, more masculine traits. I see so many of these so-called alpha males act like such tough guys in their own group of friends, but when they're in front of a beautiful woman that they're attracted to, all of a sudden, the pitch of their voice goes up, They start talking like a chick. They start talking real fast like a chick because they're nervous. Men, guys who are real alpha males, they don't get nervous. The real alpha male never gets nervous because he never needs the other person more than they need him. The other person, in this case a beautiful woman, should always need you more than you need them. So being an alpha male isn't about being the loudest, most obnoxious, grabbing all the attention for yourself guy in the group. Don't be fooled. When you see guys act like that, they only appear to be the alpha male because they're the loudest in the group. But it pays to look around him because he's often just the front for the real alpha male in the group. And if you look in his group, you'll find him. He's the one who's not so loud. He's the one who's hanging back. He just exudes confidence. He just exudes strength. He doesn't need to say it. He doesn't need to get loud. He doesn't need to let his emotions get the best of him. He's very strategic. And he's generally the guy who dates the hottest women in that group.